Welcome back to Mr. Vaughn's classroom. In today's lesson, we're looking at how we know if something is a function by looking at its graph. So here in our example, it asks us to explain why this graph does not represent a function. And what you need to remember is, in order for something to be a function, every input, which is usually your x value, is only allowed to have one output, which is your y value. And we use something called the straight line rule. We take a straight vertical line and we run it across the graph of a function. Now, if this was a function, my yardstick would only be able to hit it in one point at a time. But as you can see, as soon as I start hitting this sideways parabola, I'm hitting this graph at the bottom. At the same time, I'm hitting this graph at the top. We don't have any numbering systems here, but if this were to be an x that's equal to 5, maybe I'm hitting that graph at y equals 2, but I'm also hitting that graph at something like y equals 8. Okay? The reason that this is not a function is that using the straight line rule shows that I hit this graph in two locations every time I change x. And that is not the definition of a function. A function is only allowed to have one output for one input, which means I could only hit this graph in one location at a time as I move a vertical line from side to side. I hope you find this helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.